Kenny Badger is finally opting to main a new deck in OP10, and he's going with green-purple limb. If you love the Big Boss 9-cost Zoro, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Card Konbini. Let's check out the deck list.
We have our Don Flamingos, we have our Rona Zoros, and our Audios. These are going to be our big hitters for the deck. And then we have our 5-cost Sabo, which is our draw power. Our Dolphy Don Flamingo, which is one of our strongest blockers that we have on here. We also have Rosinante, who is also a decently strong blocker. We have our Ace, our Searcher Limb, our new OP10 Newgate. This guy is very, very strong because he lets you KO a character. Our Dracula Mihawk. Our NL, which is also our new draw power here. Our 2Ks and Nami. Our very strong OP10 1-cost Limb, which lets us rest, or I guess like restand any Odyssey characters. We have our 1-cost Law Searcher, our Usohachi, and then a Tekken card here is our Gum Gum Dragon Fire Pistol Twister Star. Pretty cool. Is this like a searcher? Alright, let's go save this deck and see if we can find some games. And as Lim, we do want to go first. That way we have our 1, 3, 5 curve, and we can re-ramp on every odd. We can re-ramp on our second turn. Alright, Mr. Buggy, are you here? Alright, he is here. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so with Limb here, we do have our 1-cost Searcher here, but we don't have our Limb as well. So ideally, we want to have our Limb. Our 1-cost Limb here. But I think that's fine if we get a Searcher here. We could probably just hang out for a little bit. So let's go ahead and just keep this hand. We'll go get our Law out. Can we find anything? No, we do not. That is fine. Let's go put these to the bottom of our card deck and end our turn. Next turn, we do want to get out like a Nell or a Doflamingo. Probably Doflamingo would be great. Get our blocker out and then get our Sabo out. Those are our next two plans here. It's the Bishop Galdino, that's fine. He can't swing in yet, alright, so he attached 1 Dawn. Not too sure if it's going to be a newer player, but he cannot swing in yet. Alright, so what we want to do here is we can go ahead and just swing 3, right? Or swing 5 in, see if he takes. He does not. I'm going to go ahead and swing this in here, just because we need a rested character. And then we're going to use the leader effect here, gain 1 rested Dawn. And then we're going to get out the Doflamingo blocker. We will end our turn. And because we are on curve as well, right? We will, by turn 4, we will have enough Dawn to summon out our Zoro. So next turn we're going to get out our Sabo, and we're going to get out our Zoro afterwards. And I believe it's going to be okay if we do get attacked, it's okay to take some life. Because for Lim, these are our resources here, right? Just to have in our deck, and we're pretty much gonna go ahead and like take him to Pound Town once we have a Zoro here. 5 to life. I'm gonna take that free blocker. 6 no blocker here. We're definitely just gonna discard 1 of these Sabos. We want to keep our blockers alive. It's very, very important to have our characters on the field because they all depend on each other. Alright, so here we go. We hit 2 into 2. Alright. Probably gonna be an NL here instead of the Sabo. So let's see how we can do this, right? We just need 3 Dawn for our NL, so let's go ahead and do that. Gain 1 rested Dawn. Gonna get out the Sabo with NL. Trash 2 cards. We have the Doflamingo, which is great. We have our Limb Searcher. We don't need that many Zoros here, so we can toss out 1 Zoro. Do we need a Limb Searcher? I'm thinking, do we need it? Probably not, so we already have a built board. Probably toss out another Zoro is probably fine. And with 3 Dawn left, we definitely do a Limb Searcher here, which might be the move. Let's go ahead and just swing here. 6 in. Five in. He takes. I'm happy to bust out the Limb Searcher. Oh, he gets us. Yeah, okay. He's a searcher. That's fine. And he is searching. I think he is searching. Get the limb out. I'm looking for audio here if we can. Might just be happy to grab a 2K. Hachi, Dawn Flamingo Pirate. Might just grab the 2K here. And it's already past the time we can have Limb playing anymore, so that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and end our turn. We're gonna go ahead and restand you, and then restand you. Okay, so right now the Limb deck, we're just swarming the board, and then next turn, on turn 4, we're gonna bust out the Zoro. So we do want to keep our blocker alive at all cost. And Zoro's gonna take the Buggy to Pound Town. And this Buggy hasn't been playing anything too aggressive. He hasn't been swarming the board. But I think he might be a newer player just because he attached like 1 Dawn earlier here, and on turn 2, I think he was trying to swing, but he was not able to do so. He might not be. Oh, it was a peel off. All right, and then he gets out. Well, he cheats out a. Oh, he doesn't play a peel off. He has to use his ability to cheat out a Crocodile blocker and then a Crocodile 7-drop. So 1 Dawn here. Will attack life. He attacks TNL here. I think we're gonna hit no blocker here. Do we want to let him go? We're gonna drop our Sabo or our Nami. I think it's okay to let him go. Alright, we're getting another Limb. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this ability here. No, not ability here. We're just gonna drop out the Zoro. But first, let's just swing it first, right? Let's swing first. So we're gonna hit 5. Five again. Takes it, and then 6 in, because he can restand afterwards. Now we're gonna play out the Zoro. Or gets a peel off draw, which is great for him. Peel off, right? Or end our turn. 1, 2, boom. So now we have a blocker to defend the Zoro with. And at the same time, we do have about 3k in counter in hand. Unfortunately, we didn't get our Sabo out. A Sabo would have been great to help us redraw our cards in our hand. Ideally here, we do want to have our Zoro survive, but if he swings a lot into our Zoro, we can just freeze them next turn with Dawn Flamingo. Yeah, this is a new Limb deck, y'all. Still learning to play it, but how I know when watching videos is that we want to sort of survive our first, like, few Dawn turns, get out our Zoro, get our 10 costes while they're still at like 8, 7 Dawn or so, and then take them to Pound Town before they can catch up in Dawn. Alright, he does have a Mihawk Tua. A lot of cards in his hand right now. Let's see what he does. To face, I think I'll take that. I do need some resources in my hand. No trigger. Alright, here we go. So, let's do 9 drop in. We attach 2 here. I think I'm happy to do that. Just start swinging with Zoro. Right? Bang. Yep. He could block. But ideally here, we're pretty much gonna take him to Pound Town with Zoro here. Cool. We'll go again. And 11k in. I don't know why he's not blocking. does have a lot of cards in hand. Maybe he's just trying to swarm his board to get the buggy out. Cool. Yep. One more time. And he takes it. Okay, cool. So now we have 5 Dawn left, right? We could do an 11k swing, see if he takes that, but he does have 1 blocker here. So let's see here. What can we do? We do have a limb. Restand him. We do have a Sabo. We can play the Sabo. Let's go ahead and do the Sabo, right? Sabo play. And have 2 Dawn. Happy to get our Sabo there. And with 7 Dawn here, we can do a 7k in. Or a set, yeah. Let's go and just poke 5 first. Can we just block that? It does. I'm gonna do an 8k in. This guy can restand, which is great. And then we have plentiful counter in our hand here. We have what, 2k, 4k in counter. And then he's gonna restand. You have to block this, or you're gonna have to discard about 2 cards. 2Ks would work. He blocks, and he counters. Okay, cool. And then 5k in. I get at least 1 card. Then 2k, that's great. 6 cards in hand. He is in a bad spot. Let's go ahead and end our turn here. Limb first, then a Doflamingo. Alright, so he has 10 Dawn here. He could definitely just summon out 2 Buggies. Discards a Buggy, cool. Gets a Croc, swarms a board, and he probably uses this again, right, to get another Buggy out. He probably does have another Buggy in hand. And he'll return one of our cards to our deck, probably the Zoro. Buggy, very, very strong. Yep, the Buggy here. What's he return? The Zoro back. That's fine. And he has 1, 2 attackers, 3 attackers here. No, we want to keep him alive. There you go. We definitely want to keep our Sabo alive here. But next turn, we're just going to go for game anyways. 5k to 5k. That's fine. I'll take that. No trigger. Alright, cool. So, 2 cards in hand, right? We just need a 7k swing in to go over this guy. So Sabo, you can definitely do that for us, but let's go ahead and try to mend his out, right? So 7k in, right? This will go into leader. He has to block that. He gives us like 2k out. So he can either waste both cards in his hand, right? Or use the blocker, but next turn it's already over for him. So let's go ahead and swing our 7k in. He can block this, or he can give us both of the cards in his hand. And he just wins. Okay, yeah. Nothing in his hand to counter out. No point in blocking. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so here is the new Limb deck. Very, very strong. The whole point of a Limb deck is that by turn 4, we're going to have 9 Dawn on our odd curve, enough to bust out a Zoro. On our even curve, I think at turn 4, we'll have enough Dawn to like bust out our Doflamingo as well. So very, very strong here, right? Ideally, the entire playstyle is that we're going to ramp up our Dawn very, very fast. So by the time our opponent has like 6 Dawn or 8 Dawn, we're going to have this 9-drop Zoro out, or even a Doflamingo out, and then they cannot catch up and cannot handle that pressure because we're constantly putting pressure on the board, clearing his board, and then we have this 9-drop Zoro to just attack life very, very strong. Yeah, so make sure you always have a blocker out to protect your Zoro on the turn that he is played. That way they can't just swing like 11k or 13k into him. Alright, so here we are running into a Limb versus Tony Chopper. Not too sure how Tony Chopper plays. He is an OP08 leader. I think he just rushes out with a lot of mini animal cards. Alright, here we go. We do have a Law if we wanted to play that Law, but we already have a Zoro, so he's probably just in counter here. We can go ahead and we can swing this in, or we get the Sabo out. I think the Sabo out might just be better, right? Set that up, Sabo up. Get most of it down, get the Sabo out, and we're going to swing 5 in. And we use our Limb to re-rest our Sabo. And turn, there you go. And then we have about 2k counter at hand, but we can just go ahead and just take one hit here. Play the searcher, that's fine. Drum Kingdom, Heart Pirates. Yeah, so I'm looking as the more I get, I guess the more that I'm playing the limb deck here, the more likely I feel like that it's like you play the limb out, right? And you don't play something that needs to be unrested, right? Like an L or a white beer or anything like that. You want to play like a Sabo, so your limb can just re-rest that, so you have 2 standing characters, so they can't pressure your board. I do get the Doflamingo here, which is great. Let's go ahead and get that out. We also get the Nell, but we don't need draw power right now. I think what we need is a Doflamingo. Go ahead and gain that. Gain 1 Rested Dawn. Get our Doflamingo out. And then we swing in with... let's try 3 here, and then swing, right? 1, 2, 3. Into our limb. Swing in here. And our Sabo will swing in, so we get a blocker out. This might actually be the wrong move, because then Lim can only restand Sabo. And then this will go into here. We draw a card. Another Lim, which is fine. But that's okay, because our Doflamingo can protect it, right? And 5 into this guy. Maybe I should address this guy first. Okay, let's let go. We're gonna end our turn. We're gonna let Doflamingo go first, and then we're gonna re-rest. I guess we re-rest the limb, right? And the Sabo is easier to defend. So yeah, let's go ahead and re-rest the limb. Or restand the limb. We need to get rid of this chopper somehow, because this chopper is how they're going to swarm our deck, or swarm the board. But the answer to it might just be getting our Zoro out next turn. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5k encounter in our hand that we can use to protect our Sabo, which is pretty good. Let's see how he swings this. Okay. 8k in. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit no blocker on that. And we're just gonna go ahead and do 1, 2. There we go. 2k, 3k. Yep, resolve. There's an 8k swing. We cannot block that though, if he does. Okay, put up 20 chopper block on 20 chopper blocker. Blah. And we're gonna have to let that go. So I can either block with my Doflamingo, right? Or we let that go. So I'm thinking here. Actually, we could definitely just save with everything on hand, right? No blocker. Resolve, resolve. Yeah. Alright, we do get another blocker out, which is great. So how do we do this, right? We could definitely play this guy out, or play our Zoro. Might be good to just play our Zoro out flat. That might just be the move. So let's go ahead and try swinging in, right? It'll just be 6 to our chopper here. And then 5, Zoro out, 6 again to the chopper. I'll make sure we clear out that board. He blocks, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and... Is it Zoro out this turn? Or do we want to get another Rosinante blocker out? That's the question. Let's go play out Zoro, it's fine. To draw another card, so we have 2k encounter in our hand. Let's that go. We're going to end turn here. Restand you, restand you. So we do have our blocker now. And hitting over the Zoro is going to be very tough, so he might just go for a face here. He does have nothing else to attack. He potentially has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks on board. We have 3 lives. We can counter out 2 if he swings that wide. We definitely are going to be taking a couple of hits here. But he is in a time crunch, right? Because the Zoro's going to be online next turn if he doesn't address it. And he's going to swing 3 hits into life, and his entire board will be cleared if he chooses not to attack with them. Pretty much I'm going to use Zoro to clear his board if he does swing into my life today, into this round.
And I know you want me for my fucking one.
Sorry, that was this auxiliary. If you don't know her, she is on my Instagram, just, you know, yelling at me. Alright, cool. We're gonna go ahead and just hit the blocker on that one right there. Take the free block, discard, that's fine. And I'm happy to take at least 3 hits here, possibly, or at least 2 hits at least. On the 3rd hit, might not. He does have a lot of Dawn here. He could potentially have game depending on how he swings here. Okay. Alright, yeah, he dresses the Zoro, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do this and get this guy out. Go ahead and play this out. Let's get 2 Odyssey characters. We do get the Anel and the Sabo. I'll grab the Anel and then the Sabo. We have 4 Dawn to play with here. We're gonna go ahead and swing. Let's see, 7 in, right? Let's do 7 in. We're gonna kill both of these guys here. And we do want to get our discard. So we have what? 2 blockers out. Yeah, we do want another blocker out. So we're going to go ahead and grab Doflamingo, swing into the 2020 Chopper. Yep. 5 into the 3. And a Sabo into life. We do draw a card from that, which is great. And then we already used our leader effect, so we're just going to go ahead and play out this Rosinante flat. Ending our turn, effect 1, effect 2, and then we're just going to go ahead and restand our Sabo. So now we have big board presence right now, which is pretty good. 3 lives still, 3 blockers. We're big chillin'. Why does he have this 2020 Chopper? What Odyssey character does he play? Himself? Very confused here. Yeah, unfortunately in this game we're not able to get out our big late game units, but against 2020 Chopper he is swarming the board. So what we want to do here is probably just try to poke at face every now and then, and clear border every now and then too, because he doesn't have a lot of strong characters on the field, and we do have really strong blockers right now. Now Sabo just can keep getting us +1s every single turn. We swing, 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 go into these. Yep, that's fine. We're just gonna go ahead and block this, and then we'll just go ahead and give him the Sabo. This is not a Chopper. I think that's he put in a Chopper. I think so, yeah. 5 here, 1 here. He's loading up, but I'm very confused. as to what the move is. 626. Do I just let that go? I should definitely drop the Enel here if I wanted to, but I think it might be time to just let him go. No blocker. Let's go drop the Usohachi. Just trying to protect my board as much as I can. Okay, big commitment. I will happily give you the Rosinante. One Dawn left, what do you do with that? Restand yourself. So, okay, I can't attack these guys there. I see, that's what's happening here. Alright, so I need 2 or more rested characters for this guy, right? So these guys can just both swing. And this is 3 Dawn here. So we can definitely work with a lot more Dawn. So we have 7 Dawn to work with, right? Let's go ahead and attach 1 here. I think what we're going to do is just 5 into this guy. Bang. Definitely just dead. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 here. Swinging in. Bang. 2 cards, or you take that life. He takes a life. 1, 2, 3. Again. 2 cards, or you take that life. He plays out this card to search. That's fine. And then Sabo will help us draw 1 more card. Great. And he does need to address this with a blocker or discard 2 cards from his hand. He just discard cards, which is great. We're gonna use our leader effect, and we're gonna get out our Enel. Using the Enel effect, cool. We don't need the limp anymore for searching, but we do just need the counter, right? So we have our 1k counter here. We have our Zoro here as well. Probably just drop the limb and keep the hand like that. We're just gonna end our turn. Redraw, or I guess restand, and then do I save the Sabo or the Enel? I think it's just a Sabo here. Our Enel can die if he needs to. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks coming in, potentially next turn. Oh, he just Hody Jones me. Uh-oh. 5 in. Let's go ahead and not block that, right? Go ahead and drop this guy, sure. Alright, so we 1, 2, 3. We just survive one of these attacks, right? So we're gonna counter out this one, and next turn we just go for game. 1, 2. Potentially go for game, but if he attacks here, right, we just need 1 more counter, and we do get that, which is great. Hody Jones can swing in at 8, right? And then Chopper's can swing in here, no blocker, right? Give him the Rosinante. And he can't go for game here, right? 3 Dawn here. Unless he has like a 3-cost rusher, then I'd be in trouble, but I think we should be fine. His blocker is down currently. He just concedes. Okay, cool. Probably not the most exciting match, more annoying than anything. Not too sure how 2020 Chopper actually plays, but this Odyssey 2020 Chopper, I guess it's pretty decent, just because he can just like restand himself every single time. So he attacks, he comes back to active. Attacks, comes back to active. So very, very cool tech card to play. And 2020 Chopper doesn't really have too many high attacking units, right? The main point of 2020 Chopper is just to swarm the board and attack wide. This Hody Jones is pretty cool though. Nice tech in, almost got me there. Did rest both of my blockers. Boom, 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 right here. And he had to go for a game this turn, right? Because next turn, I was going to swing with all my characters in, he had nothing left.